What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing a deep dive into the Nightfox Prowl 2, the follow-up to one of the most popular entry-level digital night vision binoculars on the market. The original Prowl built a solid reputation for delivering real performance at an accessible price point. And Nightfox has clearly been listening to their community because this new version brings some meaningful upgrades across the board. So let's get into it. I'm going to walk you through the hardware, show you real world footage, and by the end of the video, you'll know exactly whether the Prowl 2 is a good option for your budget digital night vision needs. This is the Nightfox Prowl 2. On the front of the device, we've got the stock objective lens, and inside is the upgraded IMX662 60 frames per second sensor, which delivers a significant boost in performance over the original Prowl. The Prowl 2 also ships with two additional lenses, a wide angle and a fisheye, which give you a lot of flexibility and opens the door to a wide range of use cases. That's a great value add right out of the box. Beneath the lens housing are the device's built-in IR illuminators. The 940nm IR LED gives off virtually no red glow, making it ideal for close quarters where staying covert matters. On higher power levels, the 850nm IR LED can illuminate targets further out, up to 150 yards in pitch black conditions. For those of you who are IR signature conscious, we'll be checking out low light performance footage with zero IR illumination a little later on in the video, so make sure you stick around for that. On the side of the Prowl 2, there's a port cover protecting the USB-C charging input alongside a micro SD slot. And a card comes included, which is a nice touch, giving you onboard storage for your recorded video. Up top, you've got the UI controls and the connection point for the dovetail mount. The Prowl 2 ships with a screw-in style dovetail adapter, though the mount itself is sold separately. It's polymer construction, so not the most rugged, but that's a reasonable trade-off at this price point, and you can configure it over the right eye or the left eye. In the viewfinder, you've got a 2-inch LCD display running a 480 by 360 resolution. Beneath that is the battery compartment, which now unscrews cleanly. A welcome upgrade over the original where you needed a screwdriver to get in there. The device also runs a standard 18650 cell, and you're looking at roughly 4 hours of runtime in night mode. Batteries are easy to swap, so keeping some spares on you solves any runtime issues. One of the most interesting things about the Prowl 2 is that it shares its body design with Nightfox's latest thermal monocular, the Arctic. That means you can combine both devices on a bridge mount for a full fusion setup. Digital night vision in one eye for navigation and situational awareness, thermal in the other for detection. Your brain actually blends the two images together in real time, which is a seriously capable combination. Together, they represent one of the most affordable thermal fusion setups on the market right now. If you want the full breakdown on that, I've got a dedicated video on the channel. There's links in the description. Alright, so let's get into the footage. What you're about to see was recorded during a nighttime walk around on a trail. Keep in mind that the captured footage will look slightly sharper than what you see through the device's screen itself due to the screen's lower resolution. But even on the device, the viewing experience is noticeably better, cleaner, sharper, and a clear step up in overall performance than the original Prowl. This was shot using the stock lens, so you're working with an approximately 63-degree combined field of view. We're running in night mode here. Daylight mode won't give you a usable image after dark, and importantly, there's no IR illumination active in this clip whatsoever. Conditions were actually pretty challenging. It's a very dark night, full moon phase, but the moon hadn't risen yet, so we're working with minimal ambient light. Even so, the Prowl 2 held up well, not just in the open areas, but also through dense tree coverage and heavy shadow, and it performed better than I honestly expected that it was going to. Here's a side-by-side comparison showing how the Prowl 2 stacks up in low light, no IR conditions against a range of other monoculars, including the original Prowl, the NVG 30, the NVG 40, NVG 50, and a Gen 3 analog PVS 14, all tested in stepped lighting conditions. There is a slight improvement over the original Prowl. It doesn't quite match the NVG 30 or the NVG 50 in this specific test, and the analog PVS 14 is obviously in a different league entirely. But for the device in this price range, the passive low light capability is genuinely impressive and well above what your naked eye would give you. So where does that leave us with the Prowl 2? Honestly, Nightfox took what was already a solid platform and made it better in all the right places. The IMX662 sensor upgrade is real and noticeable, and the lens system adds genuine versatility, and the other improvements like the tool-free battery compartment show they're paying attention to user feedback. The fusion capability with the Arctic is a genuinely exciting option if you want to scale up your setup down the road without starting over from scratch. The polymer dovetail mount is the only thing that I'd flag as a weak point, and the screen resolution resolution is modest, but neither of those should be deal breakers at this price point. You're getting a lot of capability for the money. If you're looking for an entry-level digital night vision monocular with room to grow, the Prowl 2 is one of the stronger options in the market right now and earns a solid recommendation from me. If you found this review helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel and helps more people find this content. Subscribe if you're not already, because we've got a lot more night vision and thermal content coming your way. Drop any questions down in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. As always, links to everything discussed are in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe out there and I'll see you in the next one.